Aloha, this is Sky with FNN, Feminist News Network, the feminist news that's right for you. Welcome to Sky in the studio. All right, thanks for watching, thanks for joining, thanks for subscribing, and if you haven't, please do. And thanks for sharing. All right, so what do I want to talk to you about today? The immigration situation in regards to the immigrants that have came up from South America in these worn, torn unions that have came up here. They're trying to get into America so they can have a chance at a better life, which is deemed possible by the Constitution. That is a given right to anyone that wants to come to America. What does the Statue of Liberty say? Bring me yours. And what are they trying to do? Shove them away. Now, what's happening here? Out of the 300 children that Judge Sullivan has told to reunite, they've only reunited less than a little more than half, because there's 142 that still have not been put together with their parents, and it's going way past the 30-day period that judge told them to get them back together, and has even stopped flights in the middle of going back to South America, in the middle of deporting those parents, telling them to bring those planes back and bring those people back and let them have their due right. Now, the Immigration Department and Christine Nielsen has created a new law that says, if you're coming from Mexico to try to go through the process of naturalization and citizenship, that you now must wait in Mexico until it's done. Now, that takes months and years. She's know what she's doing, and that's not a fair part of the process. They should at least have a temporary green card, try to make some money, try to do some of those jobs that you've been wiping out with ICE. Now you got less people working in those hog farms. You got less people working in the vegetable fields and doing the seasonal work. Now the prices are going up on meat. No surprise. Prices are going up on vegetables. Are you surprised about that? Because they didn't say there was a bad winter. It's climate change out there. If anything, it was dry. But this was the first time in 4 to 5 years that they did not have a drought in California. So why are the prices still high? May it be because ICE is grabbing all the workers? And then Christian Nielsen won't even let them come in and work until they can get their citizenship. Ugliness. Now, let's talk about the number of children that they have snatched, because they're making heavy money in privatizing this situation and sending them all to Texas. Now, you had, at the beginning, just 200 to 300, and then they took all the babies that they had snatched from the over 172 that they have done since July, and took all those children and brought them all down to Texas, and now each and every day they're adding more and more and separating more and more and deporting more and more, and the Judge Sullivan still trying to turn around the planes. How many do we have in there in those little tents down there now? Let me say it like this. How much are they getting paid for each child down there? $798 per day per child. You hear me? All right. The 15,000 that are now incarcerated and in custody at $798 per day per child is making GEO Group $11 million a day. Ugliness. If that's the way you want to make money, if that's the way you want to become an oligarch, if this is the way you want to get rich and control the world, it's by locking up babies and making 11 million a day, by charging them a wage that a parent only lives with the child off of less than $5 a day. Ugly fucking ifs. You could take those same children, put them with their families, give them a living goddamn wage, and they would give back more within the economy by buying goods and services and giving back and making sure their children are taken care of way better than you giving them psychotropic drugs. Yes, they're drugging up the babies because they don't want to hear them scream and holler and go through. So they're taking a traumatic situation and making it just 5 times more worse. Worse than what they did to the Hawaiian children that they took away from their homes and raised up in Papakalea in those mission homes. Worse than what they did to the Indian children in the Apache nations and took them off the reservation to raise them separately from their parents to teach them English. It is way worse. These children are going to grow up not liking America and not liking Americans and not liking anybody that looks like those that had abused them in there. And you know a lot of them are being abused. Let's tell the truth about that. And you know what kind of abuse I'm talking about. Ugliness. This is going to be the biggest dark spot, black hole, and ugliness that will cloud over Trump's presidency. The only thing is he's too busy tweeting to realize how history is already looking at him. And it's not in a good light, Trump. You got children. You're showing you don't care for your own children. If you can't care for these, how can you care for your own? How can you have a young child and think that little child of yours is so privileged to be better off than any child that's coming from South America? Your child is no better than them, and your problem is that you think he is, when all he's going to do is grow up and be a no-good snob just like you. When we could have had a future president, doctor, lawyer, scientist. Why? You think Trump's child's going to grow up to be one of those things? Give me your money right now. Let's lay it down. Because I bet you he won't. And if I'm dead and gone 25 years from now, tell him I said, I told you so, coming from the grave. Knew he was going to be no good. Do you think these children deserve a chance? I think they deserve a chance. And if you agree with me, leave comments below. And contact me at FeministNewsN@gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Feminist News Network, and my Facebook page. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Show them that you want to be there. All right. And remember, I'm the only unmonetized news that you're going to get and use that's out there on YouTube right now, laying it down, telling you in a soulful way how it is. So, friend, let them know your news got sold. All right. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Peace.